Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me well, but still I will put the microphone in because I have the feeling that it works better. Microphone. Hello, hello. And we will be talking today with Natalia Gritsenko again about nail stuff. And today is the topic, the brushes. So everything you need to know about brushes, pretty much. We will talk about the basic knowledge about the gel, acrylic, and art brushes. We will talk about how to choose them, how to store them, how to restore them, and I hope we will show you a lot new things today. And as long as Natalia is joining us, let me show you the brush, how it is, what parts it is consists of, and we will talk about those parts, why are they important. So let me turn around the camera. Oops, come on, camera, turn around. Here you go. So, perfect. So first of all, when we are talking about the brush, we are talking about hair, and then we are talking about this part and this part. And if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask. So this part of the brush, where the most hair is located in most brushes, we call the belly. This part of the brush we call, let's say, tip, or professional name for it is a toe, and I didn't know that before. Then we have this part, and we call it neck. This metal part of the brush is a ferrule, and then this part is a handle. And this is the most important parts for us to know, and we will see from here how to choose a brush. So when we're talking about, where's Natalia? I'm missing Natalia. When we're talking about nail brushes and how to choose a brush, we differ between nail art brushes, gel brushes, and acrylic brushes. And one of the biggest difference between them is that acrylic brush has a bigger belly, and it has a belly to be able to store more liquid, the monomer. That's why with a brush like this, with a thin gel brush, you pretty much cannot make any acrylic nails with a big ball. You can shape something, you can probably do some art or whatever, but you cannot create a large ball of acrylic using a brush like this. That's why we call these gel brushes, and these brushes are acrylic brushes. We also have nail art brushes, and we will talk about them later. But technically you can use any brushes for nail art, but you cannot use nail art brushes for most of our sculpting needs. Of course, you can sculpt gel nails using even a wooden stick. That will work, of course, but it is much easier to work with a brush, and they can be square, they can be oval, they can be pointy, they can be different, and this is not how they should be. And we will talk today about how to deal with that and how to make sure that your brush doesn't get into this shape. I'm still missing Natalia. Natalia is messaging me. Okay, so waiting. And I will show you some different brushes by Magnetic, but many companies have similar ideas and the differences between them. So let's start with the handle. So Natalia is here, and I will just add her. Here you go. Ding, 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 Natalia. Where is Natalia? Oh, hello! Hello, Natalia! How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
I was
I'm
missing
sorry, I'm sorry for being a bit late because I was rushing everywhere. So, but I'm here.
It is okay. You're not too late. I started and explained already because I decided to talk about everything about the brushes. So first of all, we need to understand that we're talking the same language, and that's why I painted a brush here. So I call this a handle. This metal
Yeah.
part is a ferrule. Then we have a neck, a belly, and tip or toe. I learned that the professional term for the brushes is a toe, even though in the nail world we call it tip. So both names are okay today.
Okay.
And then I started to talk about uh, the hair. So the differences between gel and acrylic brush, like the main difference is that the acrylic brush is holding the monomer. It has to hold the monomer, and that's why the thin brushes like this are not very good suitable for acrylic. Am I
Mm-hmm.
right? And now I'm
Yes.
talking about different handles, about different brushes, and um, because many companies have similar ideas, I it doesn't matter if it's magnetic or not. I'm talking about the plastic and metal different handles and wooden,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how to choose a brush on a handle? For me, pretty much it doesn't matter as much as the bristles, but in magnetic, of course, I like the plastic handles with a little magnet on them, which
Mm-hmm.
is a click-on system. So we have a
Mm-hmm.
stand for those, but I also have them hanging on my lamp. I will show you quick here. You can see my brushes are hanging on my lamp, and they're hanging dirty, and I will tell later about why they're hanging there dirty. Then, of course, we have basic plastic handles, which with just like this. Nowadays, we have different handles in plastic and colors. Then, of course, some companies make the brushes with a little cup, which is
Mm-hmm.
not always a perfect solution. And then we have just the basic brushes with a wooden handle. And here is an expensive brush. It's a Japan brush. Can you see that, or is it too dark? I don't know.
Yeah, we can see.
Oops, you can see. Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
we can
So
see.
this is
Yes,
the
yes.
Next Impress, one of the expensive brushes we have from Japan. And it has also the handle, but my problem is that some of the hairs did this. As
Yeah.
much I tried to bring it in shape. Oh, never touch your brushes with your fingers. Ah, one of the biggest
Yeah.
rules.
So actually, if you have this hair that already divided from your brush, it's not a problem because once you should not cut it off because once you will put it back to the liquid and then shape your brush, so with time it will go back.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it today too. That's awesome. Sounds
Yes.
great.
And I would like to add a bit about the handle
Yeah.
because it says like sound, like handle, yeah, just does not matter what sort of handle it should be. But it's also very important that if it's a wooden handle, so then the paint that covering it also has to be how to say, very resistant to aggressive liquid that we sometimes can use to clean our brush.
Mm-hmm.
So this is first thing. So if we are using plastic, so then the plastic also has to be very strong. I mean, like it will not be damaged very quickly with aggressive liquid. So I see that the beginning of your handle is already, I should say, is not shiny anymore. So it means that
Mm-hmm.
acrylic liquid went on this. And why it happened? Because you have been using too much of liquid in your tapping dish. So, and it's a huge mistake of all nail technicians who are working with acrylic that we're just thinking, okay, I will put it to the top acrylic liquid, and then I can work the whole day. It's not good idea. The best way to work with acrylic just to use just a bit, just for one set, and then clean it, and then use fresh one for another client.
That makes sense.
So then in this way, actually, you will work with, so should I say, brand new liquid. So then the quality of your nail will be equal on every set. And then it will not destroy your brush.
That makes sense. Also, I learned from you that the best dumper dish is one with a big flat bottom
Yeah.
here. So when you take the brush like this and clean it in, we will clean it later in the monomer, that you can actually do like this.
Yes,
So the whole
because your
bristles
neck
come out.
is better when your neck is touching the bottom of the dubbing dish.
And that's why not too full, because so when you're doing like this, that the monomer is not actually running in the ferrule.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. But I wanted to start with a gel brush, if you don't mind, because it's a very quick thing. We can talk about gel brushes and how to clean and store them, because acrylic will take a little bit longer, and I have several tricks on how to restore acrylic brushes. I never clean my brushes before I hang them on my table. I have here, I don't have any sunlight here, so it is pretty okay for me to hold my brushes always at my table. Even if I store my brushes in my drawer, I pretty much never clean them too much. I'm using the tray, so they're not laying on the bottom in my drawer. Sorry for the tray. It's just the one I pulled out.
It's okay.
but they don't touch each other when they're stored inside the drawer, and they don't touch the bottom. So they're always clean and don't destroy my drawer. So basically, what I do when I worked with this brush, I just do like this and leave it. And why so? Why don't I clean it in alcohol right away? I ask always my students, would you clean your hair with alcohol without using any conditioner for that? And they say no. I'm like, why would you do it for your natural hairbrush? Right?
That's true. That's absolutely true.
So I might use the white again on this brush, so I'm not cleaning it. But if I have to switch from white to another color, from black to another color, what I do, I take the dry wipe, remove the excess of the color. I even had here some purple. Then I take the most liquid gel. So this is a gel polish base and top, or whatever gel you have handy, very liquid one. Put it on a palette. And just tap the clear gel into the brush and wipe it again. And you will see how the pigment goes through it.
And like new gel, like pushing out the old product that was in the brush.
Exactly. And this brush I had, this gel I had, it was a liner gel white. It is like super pigmented white gel. And it's very thick one. And even the thin gel polish base and top, I don't see if I have more. Under the light is hard to see. Under the camera, sorry. It is just amazing how it is. Let me bring it closer so you can see how it is pushing out the pigment.
Yeah, you see it, yeah.
Right? And that's what we need. And then just clean it and do it a couple more times again. And this is the best way, because your brush deserves to be always in the conditioner. So the gel is basically the clear gel or colored gel is a conditioner for your brush. And if you happen to like dab it into the alcohol or something because you need it very quick to clean it for whatever reason, always use some clear gel.
So you are not suggesting to use any special cleaners for gel brushes?
Honestly, no.
Me too.
Okay, great. Uh, different companies use different cleaners, and I never studied that topic what they have inside of them, but I know that they're too aggressive to the brushes. That's a fact.
Sometimes, yes, that's right.
Sometimes, okay, let's say sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not, but you always have a clear gel on hand, whatever clear gel, even top
Exactly.
gel or whatever gel, and then you shape your brush as you like it. So I like it pointy, like
Mm-hmm.
this, and then I just hang it or put it on my tray.
Okay. If you have already this sort of like curly brush, why it happened?
This is a very old brush, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm changing the colors a lot because I like this small one. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know why it happened also? Because I'm using it sometimes for power gel, and then I dip it a lot in prep and wipe.
Yeah, normally if we're using a lot of these aggressive liquids, these so-called cleaners that contain alcohol or acetone, they can melt their nylon, so that's why we can have these little curls on
Hmm.
the tip of your brush. And unfortunately, if it's already happened like that, then nothing we can do, but just we have to change it for a new one. So
Hmm.
that's why we have to be really very careful when we are cleaning our brush.
Hmm. It's actually not that bad. Like I'm still
This
happy
is,
with this
I would say
brush.
that it
Oops.
looks quite good. It looks very
Oops.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have worse brushes that we will restore today.
Okay.
Yeah, the same way you can do the black gel, doing cleaning the
Mm-hmm.
same way, and just hanging it with the color in it.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if the gel cures in the brush? What would you use um, to dissolve it?
Myself,
Hmm.
acrylic liquid.
So pretty much the same as with the gel, right? With acrylic brush, right?
Yeah, I would use acrylic liquid because if I have like suddenly cured brush, the best way to clean it is to put it into acrylic liquid. Of course, it does not mean that actually I can like make completely like new brush, but definitely I still will be able to work with that a bit longer. So it's the best way just to clean it really.
Okay. And I can show how I am doing that. Well, the same as you taught me again. I'm using
Yes.
gel polish wraps.
Hmm.
That's the easiest way. And let me try to show you.
And also can, yeah, screen a bit. Uh-huh.
So I'm using,
Oh God. Oh yes.
my screen is not
That's
as big.
okay. Yeah,
My
here we have 960 ml of acrylic liquid.
doesn't really fit in my thing.
Yeah.
So I love the pump though, and I will, so not too much, not too little, and actually just dab a couple of times and then it's not gonna drop anymore. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
learned. The trick I learned. So now let me
Yeah.
get back into it. And I will put the gloves on. And I found finally my black gloves because when I'm working with chemicals like this, I prefer to use gloves. Well, I actually use always gloves.
It's not it should not be like you prefer. It has to be like you just do it.
No, I always use gloves, but I'm like even in the videos sometimes I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it, and then I'm like, okay, no, I should use it. So the gel polish soaking
Right.
wraps, I'm not using them for soaking the gel polish because I never soak the gel polish. But these wraps are very handy, and you can create one, of course, yourself. If you have a brush like this where you have some some acrylic cured in it,
Mm-hmm.
you try to clean it as much as possible. Of course, trying if you want to try to get it out, you better use some wooden stick on a um, brush wipe, and very carefully, without pulling the hair, just remove any excess that you can remove, Never use metal tools for that. And then go again. Clean. Don't top it off too much. Keep it in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then wrap it
Mm-hmm.
around. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, this wrap's really very handy for that things.
And then I'm taking my handle. Of course, you can use your lamp where you have, let me show you. You can just hang it in here. Oops. Like this.
Okay. That's a
Or,
life hack.
yeah, look. I have my brush there, my fluffy brush hanging there. I love my fluffy brush.
Okay.
But of course, the official way to do that, you taking
Mm-hmm.
a nail pinching clamp and just put it on a thing like this, and then you can put it away so it's not hanging on above your table with the monomer in it, because it's for some
Amazing.
clients
I,
it
I,
might
I
be.
honestly to say I never thought this way, but it's really very smart. Yeah, just with clamp and put it on the stand and that's it. Cool.
Well, if it's not a click-on brush, because I did it on a click-on brush, and then I'm like, how am I doing it on a not a click-on brush?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Another
not many
way,
people,
yeah.
yeah, not many people have click-on brush, and sometimes we still have with plastic handle or with wooden handle. So in
Yeah,
that way, in this case, this way is really very useful.
yeah. So another way I've learned, for example, for this brush, also as you said, and this trick also works perfectly. And actually, you need a running water, like a tap water, and I'm not gonna run with the camera to the tap water, so I'll just use a cup and a
Mm-hmm.
basic soap. And I actually have this soap bought extra for that. That's why it's already shaped like that. So after you
Okay.
cleaned your brush in monomer, and it's still, and it dries like this, and then you have some
Mm-hmm.
troubles, you clean your brush in a water, in a
Okay.
warm water, just basic warm water.
Mm-hmm.
Then
But this water should be hot or just warm or cold.
in this case, it's just normal warm water. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Rinse the brush completely, wash it with the soap if needed, and rinse it again. But then basically what you do, you go run through the soap and
Okay.
shape your bristles as you like. You see, I'm turning the brush, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not turning it inside the soap. I'm turning it and then sliding and turning and sliding
Yeah,
like
I
this.
see. Mm-hmm. That's interesting life hack.
And then let this dry, again hanging the same way at the um,
Yeah.
stand.
Mm-hmm.
Once it is dried, you take some monomer, old monomer, used
Mm-hmm.
monomer, or whatever monomer, and rinse the brush in the monomer, not
Okay.
not in the water.
No.
What happens here is that, let me, where is it? Oh my God, I started to move things around. So what happens here is that the soap is like, remember when you buy the new brush and you're taking like a nail
Yes, Arabic
brush
gum. Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
this. The
Yes.
same here. You can do the same here. It will be the same type of
Mm-hmm.
cure that you
Yeah,
will
normally
first.
when soap is drying, it's getting harder. So that's why it will help us to keep the shape of our brush. Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Exactly. And then you rinse it, and you actually can also take some oil, some cuticle oil, and
Mm-hmm.
also put it through the hair so the hair gets, but
With cuticle oil, I would say that it's not completely good idea
mhm,
because we are working with acrylic and
mhm,
then because maybe we will not clean it properly. I know
mhm,
that you will clean it, I will clean it, but some our colleagues they will be not so precise and then just will do the like quick cleaning, and then some oil can still stay in their hair. So
mhm.
and then we can have a problem with lifting our product. So
Okay.
with oil, I would say that we have to be very careful.
How about the the brush that you would use for gel? The same thing?
Brush for nail art, it's completely different story because our paints that we're using for our nail art, they already contain oil.
But only
To
for the
keep
paint,
it
not for the gel,
only
right?
for, no, not for the gel, not for acrylic. For paint, for nail art, especially with acrylic paint, so that's absolutely okay because acrylic paints, they already contain a bit of oil inside just to prevent quick drying. So that's why that's okay for nail art brushes with paint, but not with acrylic. With acrylic, it's possible, but you have to be very, very careful. It's better just to use liquid because liquid actually this is like hair conditioner for our brush.
Exactly.
Yeah, liquid will be just enough.
That's perfect. So also for the gel brushes, liquid is pretty good. Now, then another trick I've learned from Katerina Gonchar actually
Okay.
is when you have your brush and it's all clean, there's no not take this brush, it's dirty. I'll take this brush. This is my brush that I'm using for power gel, and of course power gel is using a lot of prep and wipe, and it is a pretty harsh chemical for the brush. So it sometimes flares out like this, and to restore this brush, she taught me another trick, and I am boiling the water right now. So
Okay.
it was already boiled. Do you know this trick? Can you tell me about it?
I heard about this, but I never did it. I would love to see it, honestly to
Yeah,
say.
that's the same here. I never did it, and she said it works perfect, and I'm like, okay, I have to try. After I found all
Okay.
these brushes, I'm like, you know what? Before I throw them away, like all these brushes, I will try all the tricks on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they don't look very damaged. Like each hair doesn't look damaged. So basically, I think if I clean this brush, I can still use it for at least something.
Mm-hmm.
Because many brushes I have were used also by my students. Sometimes the student forgets a brush and you give her yours. And I know acrylic brush you're not supposed to give to anyone. It's like your private like toothbrush. You're not giving it to anyone because your personal acrylic brush gets with the time. Let me see if I have it here.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a certain angle. Like you have one side that becomes flat, the other side that is more thick, and then you have on the end usually a little like angle how you are using the brush, and then if somebody
Yes.
else is using it, they will damage it. They will
Yeah,
destroy it.
and it has to be individual, definitely.
Okay, so hot water.
Yep. I'm curious.
Let's see. She said about 3 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't
And there
use my
is two
brush.
ways. Or we will completely destroy it, or we will make brand new one. Oh, looks not bad.
No, it doesn't look good.
But then after this, we still, after the water, it will not work like this because then we have to clean it in
In
acrylic liquid.
monomer again. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Because still hot water, actually, hot water is making the hair being soft.
And this is a natural hairbrush, so it works mostly with a natural hairbrush.
Yes, and then acrylic liquid will work like hair conditioner for brush. Then it should be okay. You see?
It's wet, so it's kind of frazzled a little bit, but I think it feels like clean hair, like a
Mm-hmm.
new brush. So probably it
Mm-hmm.
needs to get a little bit more into shape. And if this doesn't work, if this will not bring my brush back to shape, I will put it in a soap, and this will work for sure.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let it dry and see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hang it on my lamp, and then we will I will let you know if it worked out or
Okay.
not. And now we're going back into the first brush that we put away.
Mm-hmm.
Taking again a brush wipe, a wooden stick, and carefully, very gentle.
Remove. Yes, because these hard parts that actually could be in our brush in liquid, they are becoming softer, and you will see them being like wet sugar. So then it will
Mm-hmm.
be much easier to remove it with wooden stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the metal seems to break a lot of hair, so I tried it with a metal spatula, whatever, cuticle pusher, you know. We try with
No,
everything we have handy.
metal is not good. Definitely, it has to be wooden stick, otherwise you will definitely damage your brush.
So this one didn't have a lot of cured
Mm-hmm.
acrylics, it was just a little bit. So it looks pretty good. And of course, if there's still some pieces that are hard, you dip it again, open up this thing and put it back in.
Yes.
But it looks for
Yes.
me like a usable brush again.
Mm-hmm. I like this round brushes, by the way.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
use them for students sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I miss students. I need to teach classes again.
So we have to be patient because nothing lasts forever, and this time we'll finish, and then the end it's always the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's try this brush actually. I mean, it's
But by the way, especially if you are working with natural brushes and you are doing painting, sometimes you have in your Bristol this last like paint that actually cured already, so it's got
mhm.
dry. And the best way to clean it, by the way, is put it into acrylic liquid because acrylic paint it's actually acrylic, it's a plastic. After curing, it's becoming a plastic, and we easily can soak this so-called plastic in acrylic liquid.
Okay, so I cleaned it. Do you want to try it in a hot water again?
No, I would not do it.
Okay, so just the acrylic liquid and just keep
Yes.
it. But here,
Still, I prefer to use acrylic liquid. So I'm this person that it's I know that many girls they're using water, but to me water I tried to me it did not
well,
work.
uh
Acrylic liquid is working much better to me.
when I'm painting, I'm using water, but then on the end, I'm cleaning it with a monomer because I have always my paint like stuck here.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Not only you, it's everybody has.
Yeah. But look,
And
it's
time.
actually like with the twisting it because with the paint, I'm always twisting it, right? So I
Mhm.
actually got it back into the nice shape as I have it. And again, it has my angle and my
Yes,
curvature.
that you are using, yes.
Nice. I like it. I will also hang it to dry. It's the best way because
Mm-hmm.
if you are putting a wet brush away, I'll show you what happens. I think this is the brush. It happened to me. So if you not dry your brush, and actually I also learned that if you don't have a little hole in your cup, then you will have more trouble
You
because
will have you will have trouble anyway. So I just want to say that yeah, Lisa Becker is saying that totally agree with Natalia. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, I remember about you. I will answer your question today definitely. So sorry, this is just like private conversation. I would say that yes, I would say that even we have the brush that has this cup. Still, time to time, we can see that our acrylic brush is getting yellowing. When we have just normal brush with no cups, very rare, we will have brush that will yellow. Why it happened? It happened because when we finish working and we still have wet brush, then when we put our brush, the cup directly on after the work, so our brush is still wet and it's full of acrylic liquid, this which is actually very
here,
aggressive liquid.
here,
Yes.
this one.
So that's why this acrylic liquid is starting reacting with metal bristle, and then we will have this yellowing effect. If you have this cup don't put it straight away. So I would even suggest you like to leave it for 1 hour, at least 30 minutes, 1 hour, very good one. Then your liquid will evaporate, and then you can put your cup on your brush.
Okay, so this brush is okay, but this brush has this problem. Is there any way to help out?
No, it's already, it is like that. So actually it means that the bristle inside of the brush got rusty, because any metal has a coat. And this coat, actually sometimes it's stainless steel, but still, it has little coating. And if this coating is destroyed, so it means that we have like pure metal that will react with our acrylic liquid.
So I shouldn't use it with clear and white, but if I use yellow acrylic, I can.
You can use it with colors, and you also, what you can do, you still can use it just before started working. Clean it properly, clean it very well, and then you can start working.
Because this is my absolutely favorite brush.
I can imagine. I love it. I love it myself. I also have it.
Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. It's not too big, not too small. Has enough size of a belly to keep enough monomer to make decent size of balls, but also very thin little works, just like around the cuticle. Goes very, very easy with this beautiful tip. I love this brush. This is my favorite acrylic
And I
brush.
would say that in Ukraine, when we were acrylic country and we had a lot of these acrylic competitions and etc., a lot of people, they have been winning this competition using this Sensei brush.
Nice. Well, also Susie from Nail Career Education, when she was buying magnetic brushes, she said this is the best one. Like from all the
Yeah.
brushes she tried, she loved
Mhm.
this one mostly.
Yeah, it's amazing brush, that's true. So you still can use it even it's getting yellowing. It's not a problem. You still can use it. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you are blue, I'm yellow. Actually, we are like Ukrainian flag,
Hello, friends.
but just a bit beyond.
Literally.
Yeah. So with brushes, yeah, we have to be careful, and we have to understand how to use them. We still can use them, and we still can restore it. So the best way to restore brush is acrylic liquid. Even you don't work with acrylic, like for instance, my country now don't work with acrylic at all. At all. They even don't like to work with gel. They like only gel polish.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
No.
Yeah, these people losing so much fun. Now I just realized that they are losing so much fun actually working with proper product. But again, it's situation like that, and of course, nothing stays forever. I'm sure that it will change. So, and even you are using just gels with some reason, you still need acrylic liquid, because then you will use your acrylic liquid actually to clean all your brushes. And also sometimes I love these, my beautiful brushes. This is Jessica, and this.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, you also have them. And time to time you are working, and you see that actually your working part becoming just a bit harder. And to make it softer, you cannot break it, and you cannot clean it just in gel. The best way to make it soft and remove the remains of gel, because I'm using this for gel, in acrylic liquid. So still acrylic liquid you must have.
And
Yes.
it doesn't matter what kind of liquid, right? Like a blue
Uh,
liquid or prestige, does it matter?
it does not matter.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
or you just can use, still, you can use like old acrylic liquid, but maybe I'm not that person that prefer to use new one. And if I'm working with acrylic, I always like the rest that I have after the treatment. After this, I'm cleaning all my gel brushes in that liquid. So I already have it. Why not to actually to use it in proper way? So acrylic liquid was still, I would say it's must have for professional nail tech.
Lisa is saying, I love acrylic because I do a lot of 3D art. It's amazing. Yes, and we have beautiful acrylic powders for that, like absolutely amazing colors, amazing quality, and of course 3D acrylic is a thing, is a very beautiful thing. and we use the natural hairbrush for the 3D acrylic. But what about synthetic? Like you said about the monomer, but what else can you tell us about the synthetic brushes? Is there anything else we should watch?
Like
We should take care of them, or
about synthetic brushes, like nylon brushes, they are the best choice to work with gel because they are like hard enough to work with gel. And I would say, especially if you are working or finishing working with power gel, sometimes we can have a huge problem because any gel brushes that you are using for power gel, because you are using aggressive liquid, so then it's becoming fluffer. So I would suggest, because I also have been trying how to treat these brushes, I have been trying normal like base and top gel that you have been using, Nadia, but I would say that it's not enough. If we are working with brushes for power gel, the best way actually to keep the brush after work using, I would say, fiber gel or sculpting gel. We need thicker gels. So because then the structure of the gel will be so thick that it will keep the brush in shape.
mm-hmm.
Or you also can use top gel, but top gel, this little one with blue lid, ultra top gel. Otherwise, like these base top gels, they are too thin and they don't keep the structure of the brush. Should I say like that? Yeah. So the best way, as I said, just to use fiber, just to fill it up, then remove the excess and keep it like it is.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so fiber gel here, the clear fiber
Yes,
gel, my
yes,
my power gel brush,
yes.
and
And now
brush wipe.
take paper, yeah, or paper palette because you have to fill up your brush with the gel. Yes, this will be better. Go there. Yes.
And do the same, right?
Do the same, fill it up. Hello, Magda. Magda is here.
No,
Magda, sometimes I'm curious how it's
can you be
possible.
everywhere?
Yes, you have to tell us your secrets.
Magda never sleeps.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Lisa said before that she uses magnetic powders and liquid and use all acrylic brushes in all sizes, and she loves them so much. So just before we forget to say what Lisa said,
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Lisa is also our magnetic girl. So yes, that's perfect. Here
You
it
see
is.
it's working. Yeah. And
Yes,
then just remove the excess and keep gel inside. Yeah, like that.
without pressing it, just basically.
Without pressing, yes. Because in any way, when you will start working with your power gel, first you will have to clean it in prep and wipe. And
Mm-hmm.
it's still gel, so nothing will be wrong with your product.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So this is the brush that was frazzled from using with the prep and wipe because of using power gel.
Mm-hmm.
And so we restored it after cleaning it in the hot water in the monomer, and now with the gel. So now it's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect shape. It's perfect hair. It's perfect everything.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, just a little reminder for the girls who don't know that after you used your acrylic brush, this is an acrylic brush, after you
Mm-hmm.
used it with a gel, you cannot use it with the acrylic again.
It's yeah. Magda is saying looks like new. Yeah, that's true. So actually, the best restore for power gel brush is fiber gel. And Lisa is saying that this is very useful thing. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. Normally, I would say that we still, if we are using our acrylic brush for for power gel, because I'm using acrylic brush for power gel, I
Mm-hmm.
still using this for to work with acrylic as well, honestly to say. Yes. Because you know, if you are treating them, your brushes in a good way, it's still brush. And we're still working like with acrylic or with gel. So of course it's better just to understand that yes, this is my gel brushes, this is my acrylic brushes, and
Mm-hmm.
you never mix them. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have it just like I have it, then I just can clean it because time to time still this acrylic brush, even I'm working this with power gel, I still cleaning this in acrylic liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And also what is
Okay.
important, if you are buying completely new acrylic brush that you are going to use for power gel, the
Mm-hmm.
best way is to clean it first in acrylic liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and only after this you can start working with power gel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you will do it differently and you will buy a new brush and you will go directly to prep and wipe, then your
Mm-hmm.
brush will become like a broom, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
So we still need acrylic liquid, ladies, you know?
Then it is your fluffy brush.
Yes, otherwise you will have your fluffy brush. Yeah, another one.
Well, this is a fluffy brush made fluffy brush, so just saying.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What I learned in an art class that if you use the paintbrush, the thin, like size number 2 or 3, like this, in a gel, then the hair, the keratin shells also get gel in, and then it cannot hold paint in it. So you cannot use gel brush for the paint. So I thought the same for the gel and acrylic. So, but now I'm wrong. But how about the paint? If you used this brush for the gel, can you use it
Mhm.
for the acrylic paint or for
Uh,
the aqua
that
colors?
that's a bit like different things because when we're using nail art brushes for gel nail art, we're using gel, then we have to clean it really very carefully and preferably with acrylic liquid. So then after this, we can use it again with our acrylic paints. Then we can use it with acrylic paints. Otherwise,
Okay.
if for instance, why would normally we are saying on the courses like don't do it, and there is a reason why. Because not because we want you to buy new brushes, no, but because we understand that you will not remember that you will have to clean all your brushes straight away after you finished working with your colors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we are saying like it's better just to have separate brushes. And also what I noticed, like for instance, I have separate brush for acrylic and I have separate brush for paint because still even when I'm using it in acrylic, I mean acrylic paint. If I'm using this with acrylic paint and washing this only in water, then actually I'm not damaging the hair. And here, Nadia, you are absolutely right about keratin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we need this keratin that actually will keep the product inside. And if I'm using my brushes for gel and for colors that actually it's light sensitive colors, so then in this case, you see that my brush time to time is getting hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's easy for me to have, wait, two brushes.
Okay.
So you see, even myself, I have two brushes, but still, it's still possible to use one for everything. But problem is that, you know, when you already did your beautiful work, when you did perfect job and you're thinking, I'm a queen. Do you think that you will start cleaning your table just straight away with the brushes? No. You will leave it like it is. And then when you're coming back at your table, what you see that your brush got hard. So that's why it's better to have them separately. That's also the reason.
That's why right behind this wall, I have my storage. I have everything there. So I just go and get it. A new one.
Yeah,
Uh,
because that's much easier. Definitely, it's much easier.
yeah, Lisa is asking, even you're not acrylic girls, you still need acrylic liquid. Am I right, Natalia? Yes, you are right. We already said that. Magda says, yes, I agree with paint. Haha, I do that. And then Magda is joining again. Magda, how can you be twice in this chat? Like, tell me.
Exactly.
Not only being everywhere, but also being twice here.
With different nicknames, you know. Yeah. So, but again, you know, as I said, that it's possible to use just one brush, just clean it in liquid. But problem is that, you know, even time to time you can use it, but still you need time to clean it, you need time to dry it, and etc. So it's much easier to have just two brushes. It's
Okay,
quicker.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, with the amount of nail art that you're posting, I can imagine because I'm not in the creative phase right now. I'm a little bit like away from the creativity, so I'm not doing much nail art, but I should get back into it. So I will definitely open a second brush and use more brushes. And I also forgot on the beginning to show we have also these beautiful brushes with these beautiful handles.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And of course, we have one for the nail art, we have one for gel, one for acrylic at least, and two for gel, two acrylic. And then we have this beautiful triangle brush that I also have to restore today. Probably will put it.
That one is actually, I would say that I never saw it before. I saw it only with magnetic, this triangle brush. And this is amazing brush for everything. It's amazing brush for to apply colors and also to make French.
Let me show you actually, because now since
Yes,
I found it, sorry for the stains because it's we're working here today. Now we'll
yes.
take a clean.
That's why we're using these beautiful towels.
That's why I have this towel actually on the table because usually I'm using different ones for the background, like these ones that don't have
Yeah.
so much lines. But today I'm working with the liquid right here and with the
Mhm.
water, so I'm cleaning it. Magda. We should get Magda on the live because now I think Instagram allows more people. So we should get her
Yeah.
one time on.
So you see how beautiful this brush is. So
It is
it's really
amazing.
triangle, and I really love to use it when I'm doing this perfect gel polish application as close to cuticle as possible. So then with this brush is the best way.
Just let me show you. So I will just put it in a gel polish.
Hmm.
There's something wrong about it. Probably it's me storing it wrong. And then if I have a gel polish, my favorite Wildcat.
Okay.
Okay. I need to clean my bottle. I see that. And I will take a tip. I will take another tip.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that we have to use this brush when we're applying our color as a base layer. So then we're just with this brush, we're making like a border for our product. And then when we apply the proper layer of the product, so then at least this layer will not run away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see with the tip you can get really, really, really close to the cuticle and create a beautiful straight border. And then,
Yeah, and soon we have to finish. It's five
yeah,
minutes left
yeah,
because
we are
then
finishing.
I will not be able to put it on onto my onto my profile.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yes,
that.
because I can put only 1 hour.
But you see how beautiful it's already in one layer, perfectly
Yes.
application and
Yeah.
beautifully created thing.
Cuticle, yeah, everything is absolutely beautiful. So I would say that these brushes look very strange, but it's absolutely amazing brush. Yeah, it looks strange. You know,
It
it's
is.
not like a
It
pencil
does.
shape. And also because it has like big belly, it also contains the product inside. So then that's why you can create it very even application and also very highly pigmented.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Then we will finish before 1 hour. And I think we said everything we knew about the brushes. And if you guys have
Yes.
questions, please ask us. And I have, again, ideas for the next couple videos we will discuss with Natalia and then go live next Wednesday again in the morning. And we both are very inspirational. And yes, Magda. And we love everyone and sending hearts to everywhere and hope the COVID is over soon and we can travel again. And I wish you all a very, very good spring. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Nadia. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.